Hello and welcome to another video. Before this video starts, I just have to say a quick little message. So, this video isn't actually a video that was made recently. This video was made back in, I believe it was 2017. And the reason why I'm just uploading it now is because it was on my old tech channel called Techie, which is kind of where the Techie TV came from, but that has long since gone and is now converted back to my old Minecraft channel, but don't bother looking for the videos on there as they are long gone. So, since the tech videos aren't gone in there, and I am working on a bigger project in the meantime, I figured every day for the rest of this week I will upload one of these old videos. But yeah, so basically take the original video and I'm going to try to edit it to make it at least a little bit more watchable. Like, in this I used NCS music, which is just awful. So maybe if I figure out a way to maybe overlap the original music without not having you be able to hear my voice. But yeah, I think that's it. I think you're ready to see this cringe. And yeah, since this is 2017, I sound like I am 6 years old instead of 8 years old. So hope you guys enjoy this, and yeah, I am working on a better project, which is me restoring a Macintosh Classic. So that'll be a fun project, especially since I have to recap the entire board because of leaking capacitors. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoy this video, and I don't know why you'd enjoy it, but yeah.
Hey everyone, it's me, AceMan5231 here. Welcome back to another video. Where today, as you might be able to see here, we have the Dell Inspiron 531 next to the Dell Optiplex 745 that came in today. And basically, what I'm going to be doing with this Dell is I'm going to be taking it, opening it up, upgrading it, benchmarking it, and then reselling it to try to get money. And sorry, it's just a lot of junk on my filter thing. What? Screw it. Don't need it. Put it in there. Alright, so as we can see here, this is the Dell Optiplex next to the Dell Inspiron, and I make sure that I got the thicker version, or the thickest version, because, you know, giant towers are the easiest to work in. And yeah, it's significantly bigger and thicker than the Inspiron. And let's take a look at the front port. As we can see, we have install Windows once I get a 4GB USB drive, which I'm getting later today, so yeah. is I downloaded the Windows 7 Home Premium ISO file, and I was also downloading the Windows 10 from the media creation tool onto the USB drive, and I was racing and I was going to see whichever one downloads first or finishes first is what I'll be using on the Dell optiplex and Windows 10 one. So we're going to be using Windows 10 on this Dell optiplex, which it does work. So after Windows 10 got downloaded on this nice here SanDisk 32GB USB drive, more problems. There were more problems. Whenever I would plug in my VGA monitor that I would have, it would say no input signal. And I thought, okay, maybe it was just my monitor. So I tried another monitor that I have that's a lot bigger than the one I have. And I would use it, but I don't have the desk space, so I have the small one. I tried that, no input signal. So, and I thought that maybe the VGA port was dead. And I also thought that since one of the screws were missing, maybe putting a screw in one of the VGA things, or next to the VGA port would make it work, but that's only to lock it in. So now the serial port's missing the screw instead of the VGA, but who cares? No one uses serial anymore. So what I ended up doing is I looked around on the forums, and one forum said to reseat the RAM, take it out and put it back in. And I did that, and I got 2 of the sticks in. The other 2 were being a pain in the butt, so I just left them out. And whenever I plugged in the monitor and the power cord was plugged in before, by the way, it turned on and it worked. So I installed Windows 10. I didn't look into the BIOS, but yeah, whenever it booted up, I was so happy that I actually got something to display. I was like screaming my head off. But yeah, so after installed, I looked to see if there were any drivers missing. There was one driver missing, but since this thing doesn't have a Wi-Fi card in it or any source of wireless Wi-Fi adapter, the only way to get internet on it is to either put in a Wi-Fi card or use Ethernet. So I have to somehow take that thing downstairs and plug it in using an Ethernet cord, and then downloading drivers, downloading Chrome, downloading some benchmarks, and yeah, so I will be back whenever we start benchmarking. And this is without any upgrades, by the way. Also, I managed to put in the other 2 RAM sticks. So now instead of this thing having 2 gigs of RAM, and now has 4. So that's cool. YouTube playback was perfectly fine up to 720p, and web browser on this thing was just incredibly bad because it was just so slow, and I think it's because of that dual core.
Because I want to talk about some things that are happening with videos and all that. Oh, I took a screenshot. And let's go. It actually works really.
So next I ran user benchmark, and it ran, but it stopped as soon as it had to do the GPU tests because they just wouldn't work. So we'll be able to actually see how well it does once we install a 7950 in it tomorrow. But yeah, for now it's just 0%, and yeah, and for some reason userbenchmark.com claims that 4 gigabytes of RAM is enough. I mean, yes, it's enough to run for Windows, but it's not enough for most games. So next I installed the Cinebench to see how well it does, and I did try 3D Mark 2001 second edition, but it did the tests at an average of about 20 FPS for each test, but after it was done completing one of the tests, still had maybe like 5 more to go. and it was just a black screen. And I thought that it might have blue screened, or it was about to blue screen, but it didn't. And yeah, so the only thing I could do was press Control-Alt-Delete and sign out. So that's what I did. So I'm gonna give it an F in 3D Mark 2001. And I'm not comparing that thing to my laptop until I upgrade it, because right now it's not even close as good as my laptop. But that might change. I didn't test any games, but yeah, so enjoy the Cinebench test.
You're on the way, come meet me halfway, my love. I know that sometimes our passions are wasted on the wrong ones, and I know that we'll take a heart before we wanna give one, and I know that my soul knew you before I even knew you.
So for final conclusion, this thing, it's not really that great. These things were meant for office work, which is what they're popular for, and I guess they could do okay with office work, but the main reason why it could have performed so bad is because it was using Windows 10, even though these things are designed for operating systems like Windows XP, Vista, and 7. Maybe not Vista. Maybe not. But, yeah. And whenever I'm done testing this thing, I'm gonna wipe it clean and just put a fresh install, or no, I'm gonna wipe it clean and then sell it. But yeah, I could, I guess, put Windows 7 on it. You know what, I'll wipe the hard drive and then put a fresh copy of Windows 7 and then leave it there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Peace.